Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. We're going to be playing our UEFA Champions League qualifying games tonight. Get this all done in one go, so you're not exactly waiting for the next one if there's a cliffhanger with a decent tie. But as you can see, we are going to start off by playing Dynamo Brest, as we start with Ellie Much in goal, Josie Smith, Karen, Alan Phillips, love it at the back. Thomas and Murray start in the middle, making their competitive debuts for the club. Barker starts on the right as we have Fenton on the left, as we have a chance with one of the other new girls, Madison Lloyd there, forcing a save out of the Dynamo Brest goalkeeper, and she will partner up front with Eva Suckley. But as I said, it should have been a positive start for Wrexham. I don't know how we should be doing is work the ball in here again. That looks like a penalty at first when I originally saw this at the time of recording, but it was fair enough for me in the end by the defenders. We have another shot here, David Suckley, and it's 1-0. And this is a cracking start, 15 minutes into our Champions League debut. Oh, it's offside. But it's a good start. I did think Ava was offside. But again, we've been a much more dominant team. I don't know how I should expect us to go. If we should be making a league phase, I guess. It depends on the draw and how kind it is to us when we go through these like little group knockouts. As qualifiers, as we put a ball over for Madison Lloyd, but we are playing some good stuff at the moment. As fair, coming up to just over 26 minutes played, Dynamo Brest haven't really laid the glove on us as they have this goal kick here. The hump up, and we win it back again quite comfortably with Murray picking it in the middle, up in the middle. Seren Thomas plays it to Lloyd, plays it to Suckley. And again, we're offside, but it is good football. We are sort of bringing in that control possession. We're happy to recycle the ball, try and work it into the boxes. Brest have this goal offside kick here. We win it back comfortably in the defence as we work it up to Barker. She has a run now at Brest. She plays it to Suckley. Plays it to Nicole and it runs into the Brest box. And I'm trying to be a mature... Oh, great save. I was about to say I'm trying to be a mature adult by not smiling or laughing at the word Brest every time I say it, but if I start laughing, it's because we're all doing the same, really. As they clear the corner here, as Fenton wins it back, she plays it to Erin Lovett, and she puts the ball over the bar. But again, it's really good play. We are trying to find that opening goal, as they have a goal kick again here to restart the play, but we are playing our football. We are doing what we're supposed to be doing here. Is they win the flick on it, goes right over Alan, and Aliciana plays the ball here, and it's 1-0 down at Brest, and it's the first real chance of the game. It's taken them just under 30 minutes, and it is a little bit frustrating, to be honest, that it was that easy. For them to go forward. So obviously, defence probably still needs looking at as we play the ball into Suckley. Plays it to Madison Lloyd. She forces a save out the keeper again. And I think that's like the fourth time we've seen her make a save in this video. But she is keeping Dynamo Brest in it. And at the moment, they are keeping. And as Nicole Fenton gets the ball here, she has a shot and it ricochets around. And it finally breaks her Luciana, who got assist for the first goal. She has a run, and it looks like Brest are just happy to sit back and counter us now. They got 1 up, and then we got to go and try and find 2 goals to qualify. As we get the ball here cheaply from the goalkeeper, they have the chance to punish us, and this is where I want to see the defence pressing, as it goes to the back post and we get it out for the corner. But yeah, we are setting off a little bit too much at the moment, and that's partly because of the way I've got it set up, as I don't want to overload the girls with too much information when they still try and learn a new tactic, as we played a 4-2-4. As we clear the corner, Barker has the run up here. There's no one in support of it at the moment, so she tries to buy some time. She does now. Madison Lloyd has a shot to get blocked. Murray. The time is back to Murray. That's a great save by Alana Kayuta. And yeah, that's definitely how you say it. I won't have any arguments about pronunciations today. As you can see here by the stats, that'd be the better team. And Nicole Fenton again, she has another shot and forces a good save off the keeper again. Coming up to the 40-minute mark, we still are getting beat. and frustration is starting to kick in a bit as Dynamo Brest get the corner clear in the goal, and gets it to Phillips, plays it out wide to Murray again, and nothing really comes of that highlight as we get it back here on the 40th minute. Still in search of this equaliser before the break as Ava Suckley has the ball, then plays the 1-2 7 times, and he plays 1-2 again, and he plays to Madison Murray, who plays it to 7 times again, plays it back, plays it to the goal, and just off a shot. Madison Lloyd, and she does finally shoot, but she should be hitting the target from there. She is a good striker, as we know from when we had her at Pontypridd on loan from Cardiff. We have brought her in for about 3k, so alright, it's not expensive in the main scheme of things, but you would expect a striker that you paid money for to be hitting the target in that sort of area. Is Madison Lloyd runs down that far side again, now into the box, and she hit the post this time. She got really unlucky, and there was a good effort. It would have been a good goal if it had got in, but it wasn't meant to be. As Dynamo Brest try and work something, as we win it back here with Barker, who's been decent so far in the first 43 minutes of this game, as we played to Murray. Plays it to Madison Lloyd, plays it to Nicole Fenton. She'll have a shot and she falls. It's a great goal, get in. And that's what we deserve, as Fenton hit that from 25 yards out. I thought the keeper was going to get to it. I think it's quite central, but it's just the pace and the power from Fenton, who was going to open an account for Wrexham. It's a great goal, taking off the way the build-up play as well was all there, and it's been coming. We've been turning the screw, and we are sitting at 1-1 just before the break as Dynamo Brest try and find a go-ahead goal again, and Sophie Phillips commits a foul. But overall, I think it's been a decent half for ourselves. We are by far the better team here, so I do expect that we do go through eventually. Whether that's extra time and penalties, I don't even know if that's a thing, because I haven't really looked at the rules. Yeah, so my plan was sort of wing it as we get that way from a corner. My plan was sort of to wing it and just find out with all you guys how our competition goes and what happens. I may have a look at just the qualification part, just to see if we do have extra time, if we go straight to penalties or if it's 2 legs. As far as I can tell, it is just the one straight up knockout game. Another thing, when I am discussing the rules, I have noticed is we gave the ball away from a goal kick again, is that we got 25 grand for hosting this game. I don't know if it's both games. In like the little group of 4 knockout tournament thing that we have for the first round. So there is another game going to be played here, I think. So I think it is 25 grand as that free kick goes just wide as we approach half time for hosting 3 games. So you can't really complain. It is extra money that's going to help the club's finances. But as you can quickly see here, we are by far the better team in possession, shots and shots on target. We do these, don't really deserve to be drawn in. A draw does flatter Dynamo Brest at the moment. But if we carry on like this, there's no reason why we can't go on something. We win the ball back here, and I think it was a foul looking back on it now, as Lovett collects it on this near side as we work out wide. So she has a run down this side, really trying to challenge her Brest defence. She puts the ball over to Madison Lloyd, heads it off the bar, but she's really unlucky. And we have been creating chances like this all game where we've either hit the post or they've got a block in, or their keeper, who, to their credit, has just played a blinder. Is Dynamo Brest working around the back. We're not exactly pressing just yet. It is something that's going to come out probably after the qualifiers, because these games are essentially pre-season. We haven't had time to have friendlies, really, to be honest, since coming to the club. So whatever happens is Suckley looks offside as she hits the putter anyway, but it is off. But yeah, I was saying, these games are essentially our pre-season to the league start, and I'll try and get our fitness in. So there will be a few changes. Obviously, I can only make the 5 subs and 3 stoppages, and that. But it's something we have to deal with throughout this season. Now, if we do go on a European run as well, we are going to have to manage fitness. We are going to have to look at some youth players maybe, just to see what we can do. I do expect us to be challenging for the league. I would like us to win a cup at least in the first season, as Fenton puts the ball over the bar. So we're going to make some changes here. So we did bring Hughes on from earlier. We are going to bring another new girl on in Katie Watson. For Nicole Fenton, she has had a good game, but as I said, it's all about keeping freshness in the squad as we try and prepare for the season as well. But overall, I think Nicole Fenton, she's got a goal. She's had a good pre-season, but we'll see what else pre-season. First couple of games, as we try and figure out what team works best, who our best players are. As Hughes picks it up here to place it to Thomas, places to Suckley, who is now on this left side. So we try and figure out, as I said, what everyone's best position is. I do think Suckley's going to play up front eventually. Just wanted to play around a little bit, see where we can get everyone. As Rosie Hughes has a shot, and it's easily held by their keeper, but it's another good chance. It's something we are building on. I'm not going to restrict the girls into working the ball in the box or strictly have shots from when they see sight of goal. And I think it affects what we can do. And okay, you could argue that we should be going to win the league as well as get the cup double, but if I can get one or the other this season, that will be progress. And it'll be a reputation for boost as well for both me and Wrexham, hopefully. And we'll see what happens throughout the season. So if you can let me know in the comments how you think we're going on, will we win anything this year? Or will it be sacked by Christmas? Is the other alternative, really, if we're being completely honest here. And if that is happening, Wrexham has seriously gone wrong and I should never have moved. Is to get a chance here as the girl that scored the opening goal in this game should have hit the target there. I believe it said she was offside, but nothing really happens after that highlight. So we do skip on just past the hour mark as they play the ball out wide here. And they start to press a little bit again now, trying to find that goal themselves. No, we've got to chase a game to go and get it. As Katie Watson plays the ball back to Suckley, she has a period of unopposed pressure and she should be passing it better than that, in my opinion. We had a chance to punish them, as you can see here. We've been by far the better team as we skip ahead 3 minutes later again. As Seren Thomas plays it to Knox, plays it out to Aaron, plays it back to Thomas, plays it to Madison Lloyd. Good play by us again. Seren Thomas, Knox, back to Owen, back to Smith. Plays it over the ball for the Knox, and she's going to have a shot, and it's 2-1. And it has been coming. It is a good goal as well. But it's been more than we deserve. We should probably be 3 or 4-1 up at this point. But I will take a win again. I don't know nothing about the Women's Champions League. I don't know if Brest are a good team as we try and find a fair to put the tie to bed. Hughes hits it, and she's not too far wide. But yeah, I can only base what I know about teams off the men's game, and I don't think that's really fair either, to be fair. So as far as I can tell, Brest could be a top club in France, I want to say, in their league. Yeah, they could be a top club for all I know, and we're just getting them on an off day. So unless anyone knows, well, and let me know in the comments how good a team these actually are. In fact, any of the teams that coming up across the season, and I'll be interested to know and try and learn a little bit more as we watch Brest clear the bar. But we are do try and come back to us a little bit, and I don't think I show all the highlights in this game as we look at making our final substitution, as we bring off Allen for Duran, who can play up front as well, and that's nothing to do with me, by the way. When I joined the clubs, it was somewhere she could already play. So if we are struggling for goals, which, if I'm being honest, I don't think we will do, we can just whack our defender up front as well, because we know she can do it, which is a nice little... unlucky. A nice little problem to have, I think. If everything is going wrong, we can just throw the defender up there who's got experience. As we did come hit the post there, I think it was Knox who was denied a second. But we are trying to put this game to bed here as we get Lovett. Plays it to Hughes, plays out a beautiful ball out wide to Smith. And she should have done better with that, should have really beat the first man as they lumped this ball forward. And I don't get why Duran doesn't challenge this when the ball is bouncing freely, as it allows that shot, and it's well held by much. But yeah, she had the chance to go and clear it, and she just doesn't. And it's representative and a little bit of deja vu what Pontypridd used to do sometimes. I don't know if it's the way the game engine is set up, but the defenders will sometimes just let the ball bounce. But speaking of the match engine, we've had... But as I was saying, sorry about the match engine, it has been a lot of fun. It is, for me, one of the best features of the game. It does make the games a lot more entertaining. In terms of the UI, yeah, it is a little bit clunky still, but I will also argue this is the first game of this edition of FM since they've done all the updates. So it's one of them, you have got to be patient on it. And that's another good effort to the good save by the keeper. But it is one of them, you've got to give it time. It's not going to... You've got to relearn on what you know from FM, essentially. And I know we've probably about... I think this is episode 13 at this point, I think. I could actually be well out, but I just thought I'd give you a little bit of what I think about the game. But yeah, you enjoy the match engine. Don't really enjoy the UI, but it's manageable. Even more so once you learn everything is, and if you're prepared to be patient with it, it is a good game as Brest put it over the bar again. But yep, that's that bit out the way before I forget to do it and we get like another 20 minutes into this video. Not to the 18th minute, Brest have this goal kick in. He try and lump it upfield. They lose it originally, but win it back from a poor header. We then win it back again, and they nick it back in the midfielders. They have this shot here now, as our keeper's just enough off the line, but it's well saved by much. Well dealt with, should we say. It wasn't magically saved. That was the last major chance of this game, and we do go on to beat Dano Brest 2-1. If you look at the stats, I'd say it's pretty much deserved. Maybe the scoreline does flatter Brest a little bit, as we'll see who we're playing next, and you can see in the top left it is Sparta Prague. And again, I don't know if they're a good side or not, but we'll have to see what happens. And hopefully we can go and get a win. It'd be nice if we can go and extend this little European run for a couple of games. As you can see here, we are going to mostly stay with a unchanged team, as we're just looking through to see if there is anyone we can bring on. But we decided it's best not to, as we dive straight into this game. So as we start the game against Sparta Prague, it starts off quite poorly, to be fair, from us, as they get a throw in within 30 seconds, which isn't too bad. It's what happens next is the worst part of this whole thing. So working around the back here, we check that we've got you from distance turned off as or discourage him. So he's to work it down this far side here. It's lovely that it gets done. They put the ball in across and it's an easy header. And within the first minute, Dana Sharif puts Sparta Prague 1-0 up, and it's not the best start. Obviously, I had a feeling that they would be a stronger team than they were against Dynamo Brest, but so I'm not really expecting much, but I wasn't expecting to go 1-0 down within a minute of the game starting. As we try and work it and equalise as we get try and make the ball in Nicole Fenton tries to do something clever and it doesn't pay off, and it allows Sparta Prague to run down that far side again. As she goes unchallenged, and it's almost a carbon copy of the first goal as Dana Sharif this time puts it over the bar, but it's a Wardenstein, and again they have this chance here. We finally do get it clear originally, but in the first 10 minutes, Sparta Prague have been the far better team. They've dominated the game. They've got to get the goal early. We've got to go and chase it now. It's on the 9th minute. They have the goal kick in. They're working around the back, and again it's fairly easy. There's no pressing as they run down this near side this time against Smith. As Durand works as the ball, we do foul her, but it has me asking questions of how good this Wrexham team is. Did they fluke the league last year? Because obviously I haven't changed the defence much. I haven't brought anyone new in yet. And I'm already starting to think about this again. It's only our third competitive games to hit the post this time. It's almost 2-0. We get away with it. But as I was saying, it's very much what needs changing for this team 3 competitive games in, because essentially that's what we're doing. As I said in the previous game, this is our pre-season. It's working out what we need to do. So Phillips has a shot and gets deflected for the corner. Where needs improvement, where needs not improvements to the first team, but back up where I can have a player that changes the game. As Smith wins the ball here again, she plays it on, and I think it takes a deflection, but the keeper still saves it. So again, it's frustrating, but we are trying to get back to this game as quick as possible. As Lovett has the corner, we played short to Barker, and it goes off for another corner, which is quite frustrating given the opportunities we've had. This time we do try something different, as we have got multiple options set up for corners, and I will try and show you that at some point as well. Is Nicole Fenton collects the ball here, she has a shot, and that's a great equaliser. And she goes and gets her second of 3 games, and it's another worldie, to be fair. And she has all the time in the world once Sparta Prague almost said Dynamo Brest. She runs into the box and they back off, and she just thinks, why not hit it? And it's a great goal. And I'm going to say it's against a run of play as well. She's seen from the stats a few minutes ago that Sparta Prague are by far the better team. So any goal we can get, we need to try and keep it level for as long as we can, or keep ourselves in this game with as much of a chance of winning it in the second half, or even extra time penalties. Keep ourselves in it. We're doing well. As they go and try and find the lead again as they run down the far side, and it goes out for the corner, but nothing comes from that corner. As we 3 minutes later try and put ourselves in the lead, as Madison Murray gets the ball here, plays it to Thomas, who hasn't really done anything yet. She has a good effort, and it is going in, and Paulison has to save that to keep Sparta Prague level. So we are prepared to have, although as you saw it is switched off, we still are prepared to have a shot from distance as the ball gets lifted over. You have a chance here to go make it 2-1, and we get a tackle in and we clear the ball, and it deflected out for the corner from the follow-up shot from the cross. But again, Sparta Prague do look the more dangerous side to go and do something from as they put the ball in from the corner here. It's a save, it's deflected. Oh, it's 2-1. And it's a scrappy goal to fall behind. So as we'll see here from the replay what really happens. So the corner comes in. Their player, Pavlik over gets a header. It gets saved and it hits our player on the post. And it's just a tap in for Diazola. And it's frustrating to, especially given, okay, we're not really in the game anyway, as we play ball over to Madison Lloyd. She has a shot, it's a great save. But yeah, it is frustrating to go behind in that manner where we've just got back into it and we can't defend for more than 2 minutes. And we've got to go and chase again in it. Especially when you are against a better team and you know it better. Then you just could get ugly quickly if we can't take our chances. As Josie Smith throws it into Sarah Thomas, plays it to Murray, plays it to Fenton. She has a shot. And it's another good save by their keeper to keep Sparta Prague in front. But yeah, we need to get back into this game. We need to get level as quick as we can. Sharif's on the ball now, plays it to Durant. Plays it to their left back. I'm not going to try and pronounce that name. I think it's Urban Kova. Plays it to the back post and we get that ball cleared eventually. As we play it up to Madison Lloyd, who has the chance to run down that far side into the Sparta Prague penalty area. She has a chance to cut it back, finds Nicole Fenton. Yes, it's 2-0. She's going to go 3 from 3 in this Champions League, and we are level again. And again, it's against the run of play as we go ahead to the 22nd minute. But that was a really good finish. Nicole Fenton near post, and the keeper should do better. I'm going to guess there was too much power on that one as they go and run down the far side, which seems to be happening far too often so far as they play the ball into the box. And we deal with it originally again, and then the follow-up is poor. We get another deflection, and it falls to the round of the back post, and it goes to 3-2. And it's a carbon copy of 2-1, essentially. And I wouldn't say at this point, I think when the stats next come up, we have grown into this game, so I don't think Sparta Prague are that much better, but they've just got lucky as the Colfin tries to get a hat-trick and puts it over the bar this time. But the goals that Sparta Prague have scored have all been close range or deflections or tap-ins to the empty net. And it puts their XG way up, and so it makes it look more one-sided than it actually is. And I don't think, especially this first half, I don't think that's necessarily the case. As they have, as I say that, they have a run down this left side, have the chance to put it in the box, she cuts it back. You know, have the shot. They have the shot eventually, and it goes over. But again, it's easy for Sparta Prague to run it at the moment. As Love It takes the corner on our far side as we go for search for 3-0. So luckily could have really challenged for that, and she doesn't, as we work it back out to Love It again. And she tries to be clever, tries to force an opening there, get it clear, but Madison Lloyd playing as a right back temporarily, plays it to Barker, plays it to Fenton, and she puts it over as well. And the way she's been scoring goals lately, especially from that sort of range, it should have been a 3-0. But this is what I was on about, like, looking at the stats, we're not that bad. It's not a case of Sparta Prague are just battering us away, getting the odd chance. We have gone and created it, and as I said, it's just because of those reasons how simple Sparta Prague's goals have been. It looks a lot worse than it has been. I think we've been a okay team, maybe slightly better as well, but I'll leave that to you to decide on this first half if we've been decent or I'm just being deluded and a little bit miffed at the way Sparta Prague have got the goals that they easily clear that corner as Sharif has a run on a post and She plays it to the strike and the outer shot. And we get the block in, but it's here where we seem to struggle clearing the ball, getting it out right away at the moment. As the ball comes back at us with Sparta Praga, and we do deal with it originally again, but only as far as the midfield area, and that looks offside. And it's a good save anyway, from what she wasn't, and it was offside. But Sparta Praga are sort of twisting the screw a little bit now, and the quality is showing a little bit. As you can tell, they've probably played in Europe a couple of times as well. So Thomas gets into the box and has the chance to do so. Should have had the shot, but she decided to play it across, which again is frustrating. Played to Madison Murray, and that's off the bar. And that's really unlucky. I think we deserve to be 3-0, but it's just not to be. It's stuff like that. She quickly saw from the tactic, the half-time stats, Sparta Prague and ourselves being pretty even as we look at making changes and tactical adjustments. As we do bring Baker off, we bring on Knox again. Just purely because she's on a yellow card, we want to try and keep her for our next game. We also swap Smith for Bartlett just to see if we solve the issue at the right side where Sparta Prague are getting a lot of joy. We do tell the girls they are currently the better team, as I felt we were. At this point, we were just lacking that finishing touch as we start the second half pretty much as Sparta Prague started their first as we run down that far side with Knox. She puts the ball in, tries to find Fenton, doesn't jump. Madison Murray, Sarah Thomas has a shot. Back to Murray, who has a shot, and it's over the bar. But here, there's still time. Like Sparta Prague are sitting off a little bit, maybe trying to counter the tackles a little bit. Now we're a little bit defensively weak as we work the ball around. We give it away here to Sarah Thomas with 3 passes through, and I've got no qualms with this goal. It's probably one of the better goals of the game. As you can see, the man more of the game, but it's well worked, and you can see the replay now, which I do leave in this time. They win it, and Shreve plays it through to Braganza, and he done us in 3 balls, and I've got nothing against that goal. It's well worked, and it's 4-2. We're probably all looking like it's game over now, as we lump a ball forward to no one, trying to find a way to hit back right away. As they work it down this far side, they play it here to Sharif, who plays it back, as the left back has a run into the middle. They work it out to the wide again, and the Tovnan has a look on here. They change it to get stuck in, and when I'm doing that, they go and put the ball in the box and make it 5-2, and effectively is game over now. But it doesn't really matter. We know before this game, I had a look to see how far TNS, who won the league last year, got, and they got to this stage as well. They did lose their 3rd round playoff game. So I did have a look at the quick rules, and as far as I understand it, if we lose this and then win our playoff semi-final for this little group, we do get Euro Cup football, as they put a ball in, and we deal with it originally. But as you see here, we don't put a tackle in. She does fall over trying to find the penalty. But as I was saying, if we don't win our next game, whoever may that be, I think it's either Glasgow City or Grasshopper, and we beat them, we go and play in the Euro Cup, which may be a better route through for ourselves to go and get more income into the club and progress both our reputations, have a little European football alongside the league. Obviously, if that does happen, we're going to have to look at a few youth players to bring across because we can only make 5 signings. But Blahava runs into our box here, plays a low cross, and it's over at that back post. Goes and makes it 6-2. And at this point, I am resigned to going out. I always knew this game was going to be hard, but we skip ahead to this 72nd minute. And we do have a few chances between then and that goal going through, and it's quite a lot like this. We put the ball in, no one's really taking the chance. As we get the corner here, with Madison Murray standing over it, so taking it on our far side. And we've played towards the back post, nothing. They clear quite easy. Nicole Fenton has it again here. Madison Murray plays it to Bartlett and she puts it over. But it's probably one of our better highlights of this second half. Obviously, a lot of it has been Sparta Praga, and they do deserve on this second half to be winning 6-2 as they work out wide here. And again, a lot of their goals are the same as they play ball to the back post and Berkford goes and nods it in. And for me, much could have done better. It's near post, headed into the ground. She should have really got done better than she did, but it is 7-2. And if there was any doubt, we are going out as we work the ball here to Fenton, who goes down looking for the penalty. There's nothing really much in that for me. The Seren Thomas plays it to Knox, plays it to Katie Watson. She makes it 7-3. And it's a well-worked goal. Something we've been trying to work on, as you can see here in the stats. Sparta Prague being far the better team this time around in the second half. But we do go and make it 7-3. And at this point, I'm sort of hoping we can go and get another goal. Losing by 3 I feel would be a bit more respectful. As Katie Watson gets the ball in midfield, plays it to Seren Thomas, plays it to Nicole Fenton, and she goes and gets her hat trick, and it's a great hat trick. But unfortunately, it will be her last in the Champions League this season. But I was also acutely aware, and the thought did come across my head because I've played FM since 25, what this game can do to you. And I was hoping we would go and get another one just to make it exciting. But I also wasn't hoping we'd go and get another one because I didn't want the hope of us going to make it 7-0 and then going out in extra time or penalties. I'd rather have gone out like this in 90 minutes and look back and say we've given it a good go to go and only lose by 3. As Knox gets into the ball now, gets into the box, places in Seren Thomas, and that takes a deflection. It goes over, and that was how it finished. It does finish, but Sparta Prague 7, Wrexham 4, and we've got to wait to see who we get in the third round playoff to see if we can continue our European adventure. So after the match, we just do this little interviews that you ask what the analytic thoughts were, and as you saw, there's credit to Sparta Prague, and we answer this question on Nicole Fenton as we go with as soon as Nicole stepped up to shoot. I knew exactly what was going to happen, but we will skip ahead to our third place playoff semi-final now, where it will be against Glasgow City. As we look at the team lineup again, and I'll be honest, I couldn't really think of any changes to make that would massively change the squad. Obviously, again, we swap Madison Lloyd and Ava Suckley round, but it's still our pre-season, but it's also competitive game, so I want to put the best team that we have out. So we do pretty much keep it the same as we go with Smith, Much in goal, Smith, Alan Phillips, Lovett as the back. Murray and Sam are still playing in the middle. I think they are doing okay. Madison Lloyd and Ava Suckley up front, and Katie Barker and Nicole Fenton out wide. As the first chance comes within 2 minutes of this game, and Barker plays a 1-2 of Lovett, gets it into the box, and she has a shot, and it's a great save from their keeper. But yeah, as I said, the winner of this game, just to reiterate as well, is going on into the Euro Cup as it's called in here, and we get another shot off. I think it was Lovett, and it's deflected again, so we are starting off the brighter. These two teams, we are starting off brighter in the game, and I have no complaints with that. Obviously, I want to bounce back as we skip ahead to the 9th minute, where Glasgow City go and get a corner. With the original headed from, sorry, deal with the original corner just about, and they do get the shot off in the end. Glasgow City for another corner. As Brown looks to put it back across into that near post again. The other header, and the referee's given a penalty. And I'm not exactly sure what for, to be honest. I've watched it back a few times now, even in editing, and I still can't see anything. So if you spot the foul, please let me know and I'll go back and watch it. But Whelan steps up and it puts Glasgow City 1-0 up, and that's frustrating. They hadn't really done anything until that little period I've just shown, and for the referees to go in my opinion, taint the game and help Glasgow City out. I wasn't best pleased, but we do try and hit back 5 minutes later with a corner which is fairly poor as Glasgow City put it out. But we've got to put that behind us now and find a way to win this game. As you can see, we've probably been the better team. The penalty is going to skew the XG to make Glasgow look the better team, be more clinical, which at the moment they are. But it's how, as a group, we can put that aside and carry on playing the game. As Katie Bark has the ball here, plays it to Sarah Thomas, looks for Ava Suckley, it's a great ball over the top, has the chance for 1-0, and it is. And that was beautiful. And I'm not going to lie, I did kind of expect the linesman trying to give it as offside, but he didn't, and we are back in this game at 1-0, and deservedly so. As we skip ahead to the 25th minute, as Erin Lovett runs into the box, she plays it to Suckley, gets it back, she has a chance herself, and it's well blocked by Glasgow City before Suckley plays it back to, I believe it was Thomas who put it over the bar, but we have got Glasgow on the ropes, I feel, a little bit, as we skip ahead again to the 33rd minute, since nothing really happens, as Glasgow City play the ball around to get it to Warble here, but we managed to get it out for a throw in, and it's good defending. Again, we still are sitting off a little bit, but I'm not mad. I don't want to, as I tried to allude to earlier, to put the ball over the bar this time. Emily Whelan. It was a good ball in, to be fair, but as I was saying, I'm trying to slowly introduce the same style of play. Basically, I had a Pontypridd to here, and maybe not expect too much of the girls like I did at Pontypridd. I've kind of threw everything at them all at once, so we are still trying to bring stuff in lightly. As Katie Barker has a great run here all the way through, and it's 2-1, and it's a beautiful goal. She's decided to take it on herself, and she's got the reward. And as we see the replay here, she tends to just skips around the midfield, and no one else presses her until it's too late. And she's got all the time in the world. She could have even unselfishly squared it, but decided to go for herself, which I do think is the right decision. But we do lead this tie, and if it was to win now, we would have European football still on a Thursday night, as Glasgow City try and get back into this straight from the kick-off, as Warble has a run down this near side, runs unopposed into our box, and that's a great tackle by Thomas, and then Brown, oh, it's a great goal. I can't really say anything about that. We could have dealt with it better, maybe, instead of letting it have the right back have a run and it fall into Brown, but take nothing away from the finish. If we have to go and try and find the lead again, we're working around here. Nicole Fenton has a chance, and it's over the bar. But again, it's that frustrating where we got frustration of not being able to defend when we've gone and taken a lead, and it hasn't cost us, because this time when it was to come back, but in future games it may, as we sloppily get the ball away there, and Lovett fights to keep that in. One thing I will mention as well, you may have seen it when the next years the screens are being loaded, Aaron Lovett in our next league game will become Wrexham's all-time leading appearance maker with a whopping 84 appearances for the club. So I did think that was a little bit cool. Obviously, it never happens in the men's game, but just to see that little stat pop up with us not being at the club for long, so we will make sure she will get that as Katie Baker places to Madison Lloyd after another run in foot 3-2 again, and Madison Lloyd this time gets on the score sheet and gets it first and probably last in the competition. But at half time it is Glasgow City 2, Wrexham 3, and I think we are the better team. Obviously the XG is going to favour Glasgow because of the penalty, but everything else we've been in the ascendancy and we do deserve to be a goal up at the break. So, start of the second half, Glasgow decide to lump it out of play. And we have Josie Smith, who is booked. We don't make any changes this time, as just wanted to keep a steady starting 11. Possibly looking at playing this team against Britain Ferry on the open day of the season as they play back today, keep a lump it forward, and we win it back here. So Katie Baker manages to keep that Barker, manages to keep that play, plays it to Madison Lloyd, plays it to Barker, and we keep the ball in play. And say for Suckley, gets ahead at the end of it, and it is her second goal to game and second goal in the competition. And if it does look like we are going to have European football as Glasgow put their next chance over the bar. But the stats are looking quite good, quite healthy as well, which I'm happy with, given the small amount of time we've really had to sort of tactic out and being at the club and bring players in. But it's been the players I have brought in so far, apart from Katie Watson, I know have played a similar formation before under me. So it's not like it's anything new as Forrest runs down this near side on the post, gets it into our box, and they have a chance, and that's a great save by Emily Much. And we do switch off a little bit there. We didn't press enough, but we do manage to keep it a 4-2. They work the ball here to Hope. That's a shot, and again, it's from distance. It's through a good save by Much, considering it was through a lot of bodies, as Hughes has a run on the 75th minute. Glasgow City win this back, and there's still time for them to go and score and make this a lot more uncomfortable for themselves and keep me on the edge of my seat as they play the ball here to Martin. That's a great touch, as it was nodded on. That's a great goal, and there's nothing I can really knock about that goal. It's probably one of the better goals Glasgow did go and scores to go and try and make it 4-4 here with Hope, who blasted over the bar. But we should have dealt with it in the end instead of allowing the goal scorer to bring it down and have a run and think it over. But I'm still confident we go on to win this game. Glasgow City haven't really been in it. Obviously, the penalty still sits sour with me, but we did go on and try and make it 5-3, but that's how this game does finish. As I said, apart from the penalty, it was really a good game for ourselves. And we do get European football for this season, but that's going to be it for this episode, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.